Hi preschoolers and grown-ups, teacher LeAnn here. I hope you had a great winter break. This week I was able to find a really cool science experiment for us to try where we are going to make a snowstorm. I'm filming this before we actually have break, so I'm not sure if we got any snow, but hopefully we did. If not, we're going to practice making one at home. So for this experiment, you're going to need a glass or a jar even. That would work as long as it's see-through. I would get maybe a small to medium-sized glass, just because if it's bigger, you'll need more of the next material, which is baby oil. You're going to fill it, I'll show you, about to here or so, not too much, but the bigger the cup or jar you have, the more baby oil you'll need. So I wouldn't go too big on that. You'll also need, like I said, baby oil. I got this at the dollar store. You get quite a lot for $1. You won't use all of this, I don't think, but if you need that, that's at the dollar store. Also, some white paint. This will come in your education packet when we get back from break. You'll also need some warm water, not super hot, just a little warm. And you're going to actually mix that with your paint. And finally, some glitter. You'll get this big chunky kind of glitter in your education packet. Nothing too small. I know that glitter can be really hard as a craft because it never goes away. This glitter will be a little bit bigger though, so if it does fall on the ground, it should be easy to pick up. And finally, the magic ingredient for this experiment, Alka-Seltzer. So I only had orange flavored Alka-Seltzer. It doesn't matter. I tried this experiment early just to make sure it would work. So any flavor works. This Alka-Seltzer is also really, really old. So you can even use expired Alka-Seltzer and this experiment will still work. So let me show you how to do it so you can try it at home. First, I'll tilt down a little bit so you can see my table. Perfect. You're going to add your baby oil to your cup. Maybe I will use all of it, might as well. So added my baby oil to my cup. Next I'm going to add just a little bit of water to my paint, just to kind of make it a little more watery. I'll show you here, just a little bit. Instead of that thicker paint texture, we're just going to kind of make it a little bit looser. I'll use, you can use a fork or a spoon, anything to kind of stir it up. I didn't add quite enough, it's still a little bit thick at the bottom there, so I'm going to add a little more water. I think the warm water just helps the paint break down a little bit more, so when I tried this experiment earlier, I used cold water and it worked totally fine. So if pouring warm water is too hard for your preschooler, I would use just cold or lukewarm. So that seems really well mixed together. I'm going to add that to my cup of baby oil. Ooh, and as a scientist, it's really important to notice. Part of your job as a scientist is just use your eyes and observe stuff. So I noticed here right away that my paint sunk to the bottom and it's already almost like in little snow piles. I'll show that to you there. Yeah. Next, I'm going to add in my glitter, the most fun part. So some of my glitter is floating on the top, but it's slowly sinking down to the bottom because it's pretty heavy. You'll get the thicker glitter. I'll see if we have some of the thinner glitter too, the kind of traditional rectangle glitter if you want to add that just for a different kind of snowstorm. But you'll for sure get this thicker glitter. You're going to want to push that glitter down to the bottom so you have it all down there. Perfect. And then finally, the magic ingredient, your Alka-Seltzer. I'll pop that open. I want to make sure you can see the whole experiment. So let me tilt you down one more time. You'll lose part of my face, but I think that's okay. The experiment is way more exciting. Okay. So before I drop it in, I'll note all of my observations. Even touching the baby oil on the side, I notice that's really soft and oily. I have my paint, which is going to be my snow. At the bottom there, it has a nice layer. And then, I'm not sure you can even see that very well. Let me tilt it up. Oh, I'm not very good at the camera, obviously, so let's try it again. You can kind of see how the glitter is resting right on top of that snow there, the paint snow. So let's add our Alka-Seltzer and see what happens. So it takes a second, but I already see some bubbles forming there. Get it going a little bit, and there it is. So as the Alka-Seltzer starts to foam, normally your grown-up will use an Alka-Seltzer to help their tummy feel better when it's upset, so it works like it's in your tummy to kind of resolve any pain you might be having, and now it's making all of our paint kind of float up to the top like a snowstorm. Some of my glitter is moving around. I'm not sure you can see that as well. Let me turn it around so you can see that. It's pretty exciting. Move it around a little more for you. And when you do this at home, preschoolers, I'm not sure you can hear it on my end, but you can hear the bubbling happening as it moves around the paint and the glitter. You notice that mine's kind of turning orangey. That's because my Alka-Seltzer was flavored. If you use regular Alka-Seltzer, it shouldn't turn that color. It might, but it probably won't. Or if you have berry, it might turn pink. But that is our snowstorm. The first time I did this, just like any experiment, every time it's a little bit different. All of my glitter went in the air too. So I might have added, maybe I mixed the glitter too much. But give this a try at home. You don't really need much for it. Basically, just the baby oil is the only thing you'll need to supply, and the Alka-Seltzer. But I think the Dollar Tree has both those ingredients. So I hope that you have fun trying this, and you have a successful little snowstorm. I'll see you later, preschoolers, and have a great day.